Hello everybody and welcome to Jumputi Heroes. My name is Scarface King and here we have the 2.5 anniversary celebration news post for you. It'll link in the description if you want to read it in your own time, but we're going to go through it on video and we're going to talk about this crazy event which they've been teasing us. No data download, no full event information until the day before the event, and they were dropping like little character teasers at like 12 o'clock Japan time, and then 3 o'clock Japan time, which is the normal news time, they'd give us like a little bit of news about something. But then today they dropped the fucking bomb. They dropped the bomb, and to be honest, there's still a few questions. It's interesting. There's definitely some things I'm very happy with. There's some things I maybe have some questions about, but we'll get to those when we get to those. Let's go through it. You can see the image preview here. We do have Hashirama Senju and of course Uchiha Madara. I know so many people waiting for Madara. Well, there he is, and this is his like past version when he obviously fought Hashirama, but this is I mean, I didn't think it would take this long to add a version of Madara, considering how many different versions of him we could be getting. But a strong Dr. Stone theme here, lots of strong, lots of characters from that theme, I should say. Lots of attention paid to this series, which is good. Because it hasn't got much love, but at the same time, this also kind of feels like a way of giving it love, not giving it love, because it's got a super themed event, but at the same time, it didn't get a feature festival, so it's only getting like a handful of units. As far as we know, there might be more. But yeah, it's like I said in the predictions video. As far as theming goes, you know, if I told you it was going to be an event about the Stone World and escaping the Stone World, could you have predicted Tezuka Kunimitsu from The Prince of Tennis would be added as a character? Probably not. But it is what it is. Let's go, shall we? Let's go. So here's the story. Just gonna briefly breeze through this. If you want to read the whole thing, it's on the website. But long story short, we're stranded on some kind of deserted island, and we have to survive, rebuild our ship, and get back to Jumputi Island. So, nice little story there I translated for everybody. Next up, 400 Rubies gift. This is actually a thank you for the Kochikame Feature Festival, which seems to have been sort of a labour of love by the devs. And as a thank you for everybody for participating, 400 Rubies. Nice little gift, and you're gonna need it. You're gonna need it if you wanna get involved in some of the gacha coming up. You are going to need it. The login bonus, 600 rubies, not a bad number at all, and 200 2.5 anniversary gacha ticket fragments. Now these can be used on this gacha down here. You might notice a face there that you're not used to seeing. That is Shanks, who is not normally on these like free ticket gachas, but this time we have limited characters. Yes, technically only one, but we take those because they've not really given out free limiteds that much. There's been instances where there's been tickets where there's a chance, a very low chance, and quite often you wouldn't get one, but it was still a possibility. And there was this one event where they sort of gave one away. There was like a gacha on a website, but you could basically pull on it as many times as you wanted, and you just chose whichever character you wanted, basically. And everybody who did that properly got a free limited out of it. So technically that was a free limited, but this feels like it's the first time we've properly got a free limited. Each 100 tickets will get you one free multi on this banner. You get 8 free multis total, so that's 83 units. So we're going to get 800 of these fragments in total. And every multi from 1 to 7 is guaranteed 5-star, and then on the 8th multi, you are guaranteed a limited out of these 4. Now, unfortunately for me, I do already have All Might, so that I'm praying to the gods that I can get myself Sagittarius Gold Cloth Sayer or anyone other than All Might, please. If you're new to the game, this is mega. This is unreal. This is I cannot stress this enough. This is the best possible time we have had to start this game. It's so, like, nothing has compared in so long. You get so many rubies, so many returning events, so many like freebies and goodies, so many free summons and gacha tickets and whatever. So much good stuff. Such a great time to start. I mean, if you can get yourself one of these bad boys for free, there's no reason not to. So make sure you grab all those ticket fragments, which we're going to get from the login bonus and from missions during the event. And if you do that, and you get yourself a nice free limited, at the end of the day, even if everything else goes wrong during this event, you got a free limited, and you got 7 free 5-stars. So can't complain too much. Can't complain too much. We have the daily stage. Something I should point out: unlike other ones, in order to get the last mission, you will have to clear it every day. Typically speaking, it stops like a few days before the rewards. This time, 16 times, and it is on for 16 days. So you're gonna have to clear it every day. I think technically it's kind of weird because the first day is a half day, because it goes from the 15th until 4. No, sorry, from 3 o'clock in the afternoon until 4 a.m. and then 4 a.m. is the reset. And then, but I think that evens out with the last day, because the last day is 4 a.m. So I don't know. All I'm saying is make sure you clear it. Check every single day. Otherwise, you're in for a bad time. You're in for a bad time. You miss one day, you miss out 50 rubies. You know, that's 2 free single summons on one of those like discounts. I'm just saying. Now this one, I guess you would call this clickbait. I guess that's what you'd call it. 100 million ruby giveaway in a mountain of 100 million rubies. Well, not really. I mean, yes, technically, but you know, when you to sum it up, yes, 100 million rubies are being given away, but they are being split between every player who can clear missions in order to earn the respective pieces of the boat during the event period. So there are the event periods, or the ship part availabilities. So from the 28th of September, you can get the bow. From the 2nd of October, you can get the stern. And from the 9th of October, you can get the sail. Now, down here, you can see the application period. From the 2nd until the 9th, for example, you get the stern. You can still get the stern after the 9th, all the way up till the 14th. However, if you do not get it during this period, you will not be entered for your cut of the 30 million rubies. Now, 30 million, 30 million, 40 million, it adds up to 100 million, so technically 100 million being given away. And it's split between every player that does this. So if you manage to get the piece of the boat outside of the period, no, you will not be entered in for this. However, you can still collect all the pieces of the boat and complete the boat, which is something down here. You get a reward for that. You get a reward for completing the boat. We don't know what it is. Hopefully it's more rubies. I hope it's more rubies. But you get the parts from this event here. The materials, I should say, not the parts, the materials. And you collect the materials in order to get the parts. So you can see the missions there. Again, news post, link in the description, you can see all of this. But the basic thing that you need to know is do not, under any circumstances, miss these dates. Do not, under any circumstances, miss these dates. Because it's very possible that the reward for completing the ship is very nice. And farming the materials anyway, the missions, you get rewards for that as well. You can trade the materials in at a store, which we're going to show a bit later. That's going to have a load of goodies as well. Like, it's great. But We want the Rubies, yeah? They wouldn't be putting this up. They wouldn't put this massive banner up unless they knew you wanted the Rubies, because you do. And it's 100 million, 100 million. It's probably going to even out to not a lot. Not a lot. I mean, it depends on the active player base. We don't really know exact numbers. That's the real issue here. I mean, I think a lot of people I've seen estimates of around like 1,000 or so total. I think we're probably going to get more than that. Even though the game has over 10 million downloads at this point, I don't really think there's that many like active players. I think a lot of people have like burner accounts and stuff like that. And also that like string of feature festivals we had, I think killed a lot of people's interest. Which, okay, yes, if you're a massive Bleach fan, you get the Bleach event, you're hyped. But then if you're not a big fan of Saint Seiya, you're not a big fan of Bleach, you're not a big fan of whatever. Like if you get 3 feature festivals in a row that you're not interested in, and they're not giving out amazing rewards, you're just gutted. You want to play the game, you want to enjoy the game. There's kind of just not a lot going on you care about. I don't know about everybody else, but for me, I really want to play these ensemble events. These are the ones that get me the most hyped. And the Rubies, this time, will just be an added bonus. But I do think the player base is probably small enough now that you will get a decent number of Rubies from this. So fingers crossed for everybody. Make sure you do this part. For God's sake, do this part within the time period. All this news, again, on the website. It's better if you just look at it than listen to me read it out, because you never know. I might accidentally skim over something important. But make sure you do it. Make sure you get the parts, and make sure you build the ship all within the specified time period. It's very important. Now let's go back. Oh, gone down a little bit. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So these are special missions. You can see construct the ship. We mentioned this before. This is the roadmap for constructing the ship. Just like from the manga. You got the start, you got the goal, and you've got all the steps along the way. It's very nice. And there are also other missions involved in this based on the amount of materials you collect. So I don't know what rewards those are going to give, but I'm hoping they're also quite tasty. Maybe some rubies? Maybe? Probably not, but maybe some tickets and some stuff, like some goodies, And one of the gacha tickets they are giving, the Exhilaration gacha ticket, gives you a guaranteed free Senku. It actually gives you a free multi with a guaranteed Senku in it. So this is nice, kind of weird. They've never done this before. The only time I can think where they've specifically given out a free unit as opposed to giving out like a gacha ticket where you have a chance at a unit, or a choice ticket where you can choose a unit. The only time I can think of where they specified a unit and they said you can have this unit was when they did the Unity Battle rankings, and you could get either Luffy or Lala depending on which event it was for free. But you had to be one of the top 3 guilds in the world to get that. So I don't think many people did it. And those costumes are kind of lost to time. They're just kind of gone, unless you're one of those people in those 3 guilds, and even then you only got one of either bronze, silver, or gold. You didn't get all 3. So I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's also kind of weird because like Senku's still pretty good. He's still, at least his support's pretty good. He can be used on a main. Like, he's really, to be given for free, he's really not that bad as far as standard gacha units go. But obviously, I guess it kind of doesn't matter because with these characters in the choice ticket, if you really wanted him that bad, you could choose him. So they probably thought, just fuck it, it's a Stone event, have a free Senku, which I like. I like it a lot. Now the rank up event, we know about the rank up events. We had one in the JoJo event. We had one in the Dark Heroes event. I'm trying to think if we had one in. Did Bleach have one? I don't know. But there's been a few over the course of time. And these events, you get a badge at the start of the event. This is a Survivor badge. You rank up from Survivor all the way to Doctor by collecting these points and trading in the badge and the points at the store. The way you get the points is by clearing missions. The missions are going to be tied to the events you can see here, plus other events. And it'll be specific stuff like get a character to Max Rarity, get a character to level 99, get a character to 99 luck, or 50 luck, or 75 luck, or whatever. It will all be missions related to that. Probably including getting Ruri, the new legend summon, to like level 10. And basically do this because you get down here 150 rubies for free. Do you know how many rubies they're giving out this event? It's crazy. Do it for me. Do it for me. This event is the one we showed in the boat thing, the mountain of 1,000,000 rubies or 100 million or whatever. And this is where you get the materials. Now, these materials can be traded in the store, as I mentioned before, and you can get a bunch of goodies there. Look at that! Look at that! 5-star ticket fragments, yes. Jewel fragments, yes. Limit break doors, okay. Gold tickets, silver tickets, multi-tickets, and rubies. Lots of goodies, including Chrome from Dr. Stone. Now, I don't actually remember if I mentioned this in my predictions video. I did say I thought it would be cool if we got Chrome. Specifically, I really want him to be from an event like this. One where you get him at a lower rarity and you earn evolvers to evolve him. In this case, scientific discoveries. This one here shown is tungsten. You've discovered tungsten. You can evolve Chrome's rarity. The idea behind that makes so much sense for him as a character. So I really hoped that this would be the case for him. I didn't really know what to expect when I saw what we had, but what do you know? What do you know? He actually is a unit just like that. So that makes me very happy. We also have boost characters. Please don't forget to put these in your team, because I have done this a few times recently and been very annoyed at myself. It's so easy. You just click on the sort options for your team, and there should be like a little thing popping up, like trying to draw your attention. Click on that, and you can sort your characters by boost, and that will help you figure out which characters are going to help you get more of these drops. I don't know how many is going to drop per stage, considering what some of the missions are requiring us. Like, I think it was 4,500 and then like 6,000 and 4,500 of each material. So I don't know. Like, if it's dropping like 1 per stage, that seems unrealistic. But then if it's like 10, 20 maybe, I don't know. But do it. Sort out your team with the boost characters. It should be very doable even without the new Gacha units. So make sure you do, because so many freebies, so many goodies. Do not miss out. Do not miss out. Okay, we have Kinro from Dr. Stone. Transcendent class event. Pretty standard stuff. We don't have all the data download stuff yet, so I can't show you the closer look at the sprite and artwork and whatever, but we have Kinro. As far as an addition from Dr. Stone, not one that like immediately jumped to my mind when Dr. Stone was brought to the conversation, but hey, you know, a new character's a new character. Transcendent class event, you're not going to complain. For those new to the game, Transcendent class events are the ones you should be trying to get to 99 luck. They are very easy. Maybe when you start off they're not that easy, but you'll get there. You'll get there. As long as you get like 1 strong red unit, it'll be easy. It'll be easy. We also have Spartacus from Sakigake Otokojuku. This one, how can I put this? I wanted more Otokojuku stuff to be added, but I kind of thought, well, we're not going to get it because it's got a feature festival coming up next year, and I kind of thought that I know I said with the predictions, oh yeah, the Promised Neverland, but with the Promised Neverland I kind of felt like there was stuff from early in the series that they might want to get out, and then they would, when the feature festival came around, cover stuff from later in the series, and it would just kind of be slowly fleshing out the roster. But I guess one thing I failed to take into account was Otokojuku won 2 surveys. It won a survey for which series should get more content added. I don't actually, did it win that or did it come like 3rd or something? It was definitely one of the winners. I think it won, but it was definitely one of the winners. And then it was one of the winners for another survey for which series should get a feature festival. So we know the fan base love Otokojuku, apparently. They want more content from Otokojuku. And the devs have gone, look, fuck it. Fuck it. So we got like a little bit of Otokojuku last Christmas, then we got a little bit for the 2nd anniversary. Now we're getting a little bit more for the 2.5 anniversary, and we know we're getting a feature festival next year, so I'm not mad. I'm not mad. It's a really like interesting series. Spartacus and the fight with the Gacha character Jackie, that is from like quite late in the series, like early 200 chapters, so quite late in the series. But I don't know. I don't know what a feature festival holds for us. It's interesting. It's interesting to think about. That's all. And you know, I know some people are gonna be like, oh, I don't know, Sakigeko Tsukuchuku, so this doesn't interest me at all. Fair enough. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But something about these games, they get you interested in a series that you may previously have not looked at before. You might have just known of its existence or not even known about it, and now you go, oh, hang on a minute, these guys look kind of cool. Maybe not Spartacus, he don't look that cool, but Jackie looks pretty cool, so we'll take a look at him in just a sec. We have the world's most superficial man. I was struggling on the word for this, but superficial is technically sort of right for Gen's character, at least by the Google definition of superficial. Regardless, this is for the Ruri Legend Summon. It said what the reward was for getting her to max level. I think it's a 5-star ticket fragment, which made, when I saw that, it made me think that we wouldn't be getting the normal rewards for this Legend Summon that we sometimes get for Legend Summons, which is like extra rubies and jewels and stuff. But, you know, you can't win them all. 5-star ticket fragment's still pretty good. I think I'm actually getting to the point. I think I set myself the goal of like October for I would see what events were going on and then judge in October whether I wanted to start saving my tickets again, and I think I probably have hit the point where I want to start saving my tickets. For those who don't know why you might want to start saving your tickets, if you are like a early player, shouldn't do it, but players who have like got a decent roster, got a decent amount of characters, you can start saving your tickets because all of the characters from 2020 are going to be added to the gacha pool sometime in early 2021. So all the standard gacha units that you see get added, all the new heroes gacha units, they will all be added to the ticket pool, to the standard gacha pool, all that stuff. Like, they will be available in every like gacha from sometime early next year. So I saved my tickets last time and it was quite fruitful when the pool finally got updated, and I think I started saving about October last time. I think I'm gonna do the same again this time. I'm just gonna start saving my tickets, including those 5-star ticket fragments, including those multi-tickets. So it's annoying because I don't like saving the tickets for very long because the temptation to pull is so high, but there's not that many characters I'm missing anymore, so it's just kind of like I might as well. Choice tickets also do get updated, but not till like quite a bit later. So I mean, don't think too much about who you're using the choice ticket on. Just make sure you're using it on like a decent unit. Don't use it on some day one unit. Use it on at least a decent unit, and you're fine. You're fine. Here we have Uchiha Madara. Now, he is a catastrophe. Something that I'm about to show a little bit later made me wonder if he would be a catastrophe, but he is a catastrophe. He's going to have a costume, which is just going to be like a yellow aura, most likely. And I was surprised by this. Well, I was surprised we saw Madara at all, though. I mean, Naruto showing up in ensemble events is not that common. But well, we'll just scroll down to it. We'll scroll down to it in a second. We'll just talk about why this is maybe a little bit strange. We also have Genichiro Sanada from the Prince of Tennis. You may notice he is not a catastrophe, he is an ultimate. Which is also interesting. And let's just carry on scrolling because I want to talk about this. The Muso Gacha. The Muso Gacha. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck are they talking about? Let me enlighten you. So, Muso is unparalleled, peerless, unmatched, that sort of thing. That's the kind of meaning, to give you context. And they are referring to Hashirama Senju here as peerless, unmatched, unparalleled. And the reason they're doing that is because this is a new tier of character. This is a new specification, new classification. And if we scroll to here, you can see that is the Muso. So if you've been limit breaking your characters, you'll know that there are 3 classifications right now. There is Event, which is the Silver Doors. That's for farmable characters, or characters you obtain for free, not from paid gacha. Then there is Hero, which is for gacha units, standard gacha units. And then there is Limited, and that is for limited gacha units. Pretty straightforward, right? No problem. Muso. The fuck is this? It's a new rarity. The comparison I've been making is this is, if you've played Dokkan Battle, this is LR. This is our version of LR. However, we're kind of a bit short of information here. We don't know what Hashirama Senju's skills actually look like. So we don't know how good he is. We don't know what the gacha structure's like. It could be like, I mean, it's already 9 multis to get a guaranteed limited, so what's it gonna be for him? Now I've seen some people say, oh, 10 multis, oh, 20 multis. I think it's very possible that this character will not be guaranteed. It will just be a chance, and maybe they'll have like other steps where you can have like a chance at getting him. Say for example, right now we have gacha where you get a guaranteed 5-star on the 3rd and 6th multi, even on the 9th multi you get a guaranteed limited. I suspect maybe they might have something similar, but instead of on the 9th step getting a guaranteed limited, they might have steps where you get like a guaranteed character out of this pool, and they'll have like 5 or 6 characters. So if you do get lucky and you do get Hashirama, then yes, very good. If you don't, you might get another limited or other standard gacha unit or something. Someone specific, someone that's good, but not Hashirama Senju. I don't know. But it seems like Muso is like the next big thing. I don't know. We don't know enough information yet, but when I saw this, my first assumption was that Madara would be something above Catastrophe. We know for a fact that there is an identifier for a stage difficulty in the files that is 1 above Catastrophe. But it's unused. And it has no text assigned to it, so we don't know what it's called. But it's there. And so the assumption was, oh, well, this is above limited, so whatever's above Catastrophe will be countered by it. Nope. Nope. Just a Catastrophe, which also begs the question, Tezuka Kunimitsu, who is a limited character, not countering a Catastrophe. The annoying thing about this is that Prince of Tennis, which as far as sports series is probably one of the series that would be most suited to characters having crazy auras around them, has 2 limited characters and has no Catastrophe stages. It just has 2 ultimate class stages, so it has no costumes, no aura costumes. To me, that's kind of annoying. That's kind of annoying. I like the series. You know, I got myself Ryoma. He's kind of dropped off quite significantly, but you know, I got him and I was like, yeah, Ryoma, cool, awesome. And I'm gonna go for Tezuka, and they don't give us a Catastrophe stage. What the fuck's that about? So it's rude. It's rude, is what it is. But no, Sana the sprite does look good, and how many characters have we got from Rikaidai now? We've got Sanada, we've got Yukimura, we've got Akaya Kirihara. Do we have anyone else? I don't think we do. But still, I think that means we've got the same amount of characters from Rikaidai as we do from Seigaku. And we have like sure, we've got 2 versions of Ryoma, fair enough, but it's like you've got a limited for 2 out of the 3 characters from Seigaku. That's so like, I don't know. Bro, the fans did vote for Prince of Tennis, and they voted for Assassination Classroom and Otokojuku. I feel like we're slowly getting to the point that Otokojuku's getting the love it deserves. The other 2 series could do with just a little bit more attention being paid. I'm just saying. But I am happy to see them here. Got to get myself standard to 99 luck. It's got to be done. It's got to be done. And I'm gonna go for Tezuka, regardless of his skill set, which I know I suffered last time I said that, but maybe it'll work out well this time. You never know. You never know. Lovely sprite though. Look at him. Lovely sprite. The Dr. Stone New Heroes Gacha. Had Tezuka not been available as a limited, plus the temptation of whatever the bloody hell Muso is going to be like, this Gacha would have been quite a big draw for me. But I just can't really justify it. That being said, guaranteed new unit on the 3rd multi. Maybe I'm going to have to. Maybe. You can get Gen or Kohaku. I'll strongly consider it. I'll strongly. We'll talk about it in more depth in the batch review, but Gen's skills are kind of mad. He's similar to Senku. He's a front line that doesn't do damage. He just does support for his team in the form of buffing his team and weakening the enemy team. I don't necessarily know how well that'll go down moving forward, but as far as the standard Gacha unit goes, it's a very interesting unit, very interesting. I don't know if I'll pull for them though. And this Gacha, however, don't tease me. So once again, they have put an Otokojuku character on a boost Gacha. To be fair, for the anniversary, they put Date on the New Heroes Gacha. But we had Heihachi Edajima as a boost character, and now we have Jackie, Daigyo Jackie as a boost character again. I'm not too upset because these Gacha are not as bad as they could be. It's guaranteed new unit on the 5th multi, and he's going to help get those boosted materials. I will note, however, doesn't start till the 2nd, so it won't help you during the 1st event period. But I'm kind of excited that he's being added. He's kind of I had an example already and I've kind of forgotten what it was. But he's like a big gun. A comparison actually can be made sort of with Tezuka. He's from the older class. He is kind of the big Donnie of the group. He is super powerful, but he's not always there. He's not always there. He's only there for the big showdowns. And well, I kind of want him. I kind of want him. I kind of want a lot of stuff in this event. I gotta really be careful. But here's the thing. So this is as good a time as any to talk about it. You'll notice a lot of this stuff is ending on the 21st of October. But why? Why is it a 3-week event when clearly we haven't got 3 weeks worth of characters here? Typically we would get more than this, right? Well, my first theory is that Halloween would be up next, and I want that event to start roughly 21st, because then it'll run to Halloween and just past Halloween. And my other theory is that this is a 2-part event, and just like the anniversary, the last week will be a kind of additional bonus week of content. I don't know what we'll get from that. Will it be another limited? Probably not. But maybe something. Maybe. Maybe there's something else. So we'll wait for the data download. for that one because the data download should be tonight, my time. But will it actually tell us what's coming next? Probably not. So I don't know what to think. I guess we'll wait and see on that one, but managing my rubies is going to be hard this event, guys. It's going to be hard. These gacha, I don't typically pull on anyway. If you're a newer player, they're not bad gacha to pull on to help you try and beat a stage you're trying to beat. This is the defeat Uchiha Madara banner. 4 very nice units, can't really complain. I always find it funny that Nejire is used quite often for her support. So she's actually quite often featured on banners where she's not the same type as everybody else. I guess just the nature of her skill set. It's kind of odd though. You don't normally see that. But the other 3 are still fantastic units. So pretty nice. And the defeat Sanada banner, it's still nice. Don't get me wrong, all 4 characters are good, but Salsa and Robin are quite a lot older. You still got 2 2020 units there. Still got 2 2020 units there. No, 3? Yeah, 3. Nejire Hado came out in 2020. But for me, that banner is slightly weaker than the Madara banner, just because 2 units that have been on choice tickets for quite some time now is kind of not great. And then the sale packs. This is the last part of the news for today. The choice ticket sale pack, I typically don't go for these. I'm not saying it's bad value for money, especially seeing as this is going to be a special choice ticket that is going to include characters from, well, as recently as the anniversary, which is pretty good. Especially if you're missing certain characters that could be very useful to you. I know a lot of people like to use Gon and Nier in PvP. I know a lot of people are a little bit upset they missed out on Edina. It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity. But for me personally, I don't like to spend on these sale packs. The same again with these sale packs. It makes sense that they put these out because people are going to want jewels. Some of the whale players are going to want lots of jewels. Makes sense. Sure, fair enough. But these sale packs are not for me. This sale pack for me. They tailor-made this one. They were like, that Scarface King guy, he's gonna like this one. They were right. They were right. 5,000 rubies for 10,000 yen. 10,000 yen is just under $100, so it's not cheap. It's not cheap. But 5,000 rubies. 5,000. Now, this does kind of make me think, oh, this Muso gacha could be a bit of a madness. But I kind of don't care because I don't really have any compulsion to pull on him just yet. We'll see what his kit looks like. We'll see what his gacha structure looks like. But it doesn't really get me excited. So that 5,000 rubies could go a long way. But as always with these daily packs, please make sure to pick up the rubies every single day. You miss one day, they are gone. Well, just for that day, but the ones from that day are gone forever. So make sure you do. And I mean, that's all I have to say for today. I'm probably going to have more to say once the actual event drops, once you've had the data download, because there's things to take into consideration. I really am interested how the 3rd week is going to go of this event, because if it's just what we see here, that's not good. That's not good. But I think they've got an ace up their sleeve. I know it. I don't know necessarily that it's going to be like something everybody's going to like, but they're going to add a few little dribs and drabs of content in that 3rd week, I'm telling you. And we also have the Tau unit, which is supposed to drop on the 5th, that still hasn't been announced, so we'll see who that is. Might be a Dr. Stone character. That would make sense, but I don't know. Oh, you know who it might be? No, do I want to say? Do I want to say people might get angry at me? I think it's going to be Tobirama Senju. It's always Naruto characters, bro. It's always Naruto characters. I feel like it's probably going to be Tobirama Senju. I hope it's not. I hope it's a Prince of Tennis character or a Dr. Stone character or an Otaka Juku or someone completely unrelated. But fuck it, third Naruto Tower unit in a year. Let's go. That's the end of this video. More to come later, and you know, well, I don't know how I'm going to do the batch review and stuff this time because all the gachas come out at different dates and whatever, but I'll work that out down the line. Until then, I'll see you guys next time.